Your future is not something that happens to you. It is something you are actively building moment by moment, decision by decision today. Most people misunderstand life. They think the future is a distant place they will arrive at someday, shaped by luck, timing, or circumstances. But life does not work that way. Life is honest. Life is consistent. Life simply delivers what you consistently prepare for. What you are becoming is already being decided by what you are doing right now, not tomorrow, not next month, right now. Every action you take today is a vote for the kind of person you will become. Every disciplined choice is a brick. Every lazy excuse is a crack in the foundation. And over time, these small daily decisions build something very large, either success or regret. If you want a better future, stop waiting for motivation and start respecting the power of today. Because today is where your character is formed. Today is where your habits are trained. Today is where your direction is set. A powerful life is never built in a moment of inspiration. It is built in moments of discipline when no one is watching. When there is no applause, when there is no immediate reward, that is where real growth happens. If you study the lives of people who rise above average, you will notice something simple. They treat time differently. They understand that time is not just passing, it is compounding. What you repeat becomes your identity. What you ignore becomes your weakness. You don't get a better life by wishing for it. You get a better life by earning it through repeated intentional action. And here is the truth most people avoid. Your future self is watching your present decisions. The version of you 5 years from now is being built by what you choose to do today, whether you choose learning or distraction, discipline or delay, courage or comfort.
Comfort always feels good today, but it often costs you tomorrow. Discipline may feel difficult today, but it builds freedom tomorrow. So the question is simple. What are you trading your today for?
Because everything has a cost. A successful life costs effort. A wasted life costs opportunity. Either way, you pay. The difference is whether you pay in discipline now or regret later. Start small if you must, but start with intention. Read when you don't feel like it. Work when you don't feel like it.
Improve when it would be easier to stay the same. Because consistency in small things is what creates extraordinary results over time. No great life is created in a single leap.
It is created in thousands of small steps taken seriously.
And remember this, your future is not built in your imagination.
It is built in your actions. So take ownership of today. Protect it. Respect it. Use it wisely. Because what you do today is not just shaping your day, it is shaping your destiny. Today is not just another passing moment, it is the most powerful point of your entire life. Because it is the only place where change can actually happen. The future does not respond to wishes, and the past cannot be altered. But today is where everything is decided. Every action you take, every thought you entertain, and every choice you make right now is quietly laying the foundation for the person you will become. Most people underestimate the importance of today because they are distracted by either regret from yesterday or anxiety about tomorrow.
But success is never built in those two places.
It is built in the present. The present moment is the only space where effort turns into progress, where learning becomes growth, and where discipline becomes transformation. If you waste today, you are not just losing a single die, you are weakening the structure of your future. Think of your life like a building.
Each day is a brick.
Some people place their bricks carefully with intention, focus, and discipline. Others place them carelessly or skip placing them at all. Over time, the difference becomes visible. One structure stands strong and stable, while the other remains weak and unfinished. This is how life works. The quality of your future is determined by the quality of your daily actions. What you do today may seem small and insignificant. A single decision to study for 1 hour, to exercise, to focus instead of procrastinate, or to work on your skills might not feel powerful in the moment. But life does not measure results in moments, it measures them in accumulation. Small actions repeated daily become habits, and habits shape identity. Over time, identity determines destiny. The truth is, your future self is not waiting somewhere far away. It is being created right now, silently, through the choices you make in this very day. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you strengthen your future. Every time you choose growth over comfort, you invest in your potential. And every time you delay important actions, you borrow from the future at a very high cost. Many people believe they will change someday, but someday is not a day, it is an illusion.
Real change only exists in today.
There is no magical moment when life suddenly becomes better. Life improves when your daily standards improve. When you raise what you demand from yourself today, your future automatically rises to meet that standard. So the question is not what you want in the future, but what you are willing to do today to deserve it. because life does not reward intention alone. It rewards execution. And execution only happens in the present moment. If you learn to respect today, protect it, and use it wisely, you are not just living, you are building. You are building strength, character, opportunity, and a future that reflects your discipline. And in time, you will realize that everything you once called success was nothing more than a series of will-los today stacked together. Small actions are often ignored because they appear too simple, too ordinary, and too insignificant to matter. But this is exactly where most people make a critical mistake in thinking. Life does not reward the size of an action in the moment, it rewards the consistency of that action over time. What seems small today becomes powerful tomorrow when it is repeated with discipline and direction. Think about the process of building anything meaningful. A strong structure is not created by one massive effort, but by countless small placements done correctly. In the same way, your future is not shaped by one dramatic decision, but by the daily habits you choose to repeat. 1 hour of focused learning may not transform your life instantly, but 1 hour every day compounds into deep knowledge, skill, and confidence. One workout will not change your body, but repeated effort will completely transform it over time. This is the hidden power of compounding in life. Every small action you take is either working for you or against you. If you read a little each day, you are building wisdom. If you practice a skill regularly, you are building mastery. If you save small amounts consistently, you are building financial strength. But the opposite is also true. If you waste small moments daily, if you delay small responsibilities, if you choose comfort repeatedly, those small decisions also accumulate but into weakness, regret, and missed opportunity. The danger is that small negative actions rarely show immediate consequences. Skipping 1 day of effort does not feel harmful. Delaying one task does not feel dangerous. But life is patient in punishment. It allows small neglect to accumulate quietly until one day the results become visible and difficult to reverse. That is why discipline in small things is far more important than occasional big efforts. Great lives are not built through intensity alone, they are built through consistency. Intensity may give you a strong start, but consistency determines your outcome. The people who achieve extraordinary results are not always the most talented, but they are almost always the most consistent. They understand that every small action is a vote for the kind of future they want. You do not need to change your entire life in 1 day. You only need to control the small decisions of today. Choose to show up when it is easier not to. Choose to focus when distraction is tempting. Choose to continue when quitting feels easier. These small choices, repeated over time, create a direction that leads to greatness. If you can master the small actions, you can master your life. Because the truth is simple. Your destiny is not shaped in big dramatic moments, but in ordinary daily decisions that most people overlook. And when you begin to respect the power of small actions, you begin to unlock the hidden force that builds extraordinary lives from ordinary beginnings. Discipline is often misunderstood as restriction, pressure, or something that takes away freedom. But in reality, discipline is the exact opposite. It is the pathway to freedom. Every person wants freedom in life: financial freedom, time freedom, emotional freedom, the ability to choose how they live. But very few understand that freedom is never given freely. It is earned through responsibility, consistency, and self-control in the present moment. At its core, discipline simply means doing what needs to be done, even when you do not feel like doing it. It is the ability to act according to your long-term vision instead of your short-term emotions. And this is where most people struggle, because emotions are temporary but consequences are permanent. Comfort speaks loudly in the moment, but discipline speaks quietly for a lifetime. When you choose discipline, you are making a powerful decision. You are choosing your future over your current feelings. For example, waking up early when you feel like sleeping more is not just a small act, it is a declaration that your goals matter more than your comfort. Working when you are tired is not just effort, it is an investment into your future self. Saying no to distractions is not deprivation, it is protection of your potential. The irony of life is that those who avoid discipline end up becoming slaves to circumstances. Without discipline, time controls you, your emotions control you, your habits control you. You drift from one distraction to another, hoping life will improve on its own. But life does not improve through drift, it improves through direction. And discipline is what gives you that direction. Every great achievement in history is built on discipline. Not motivation, not luck, not inspiration, but discipline, repetition of the right actions over time. Motivation may start a journey, but it is discipline that finishes it. Motivation is like a spark, it burns bright but fades quickly. Discipline is like a fire that keeps burning steadily, even when conditions are not perfect. When you practice discipline daily, something powerful happens. You begin to build trust with yourself. You stop making promises you cannot keep. You stop negotiating with your goals. You become someone who follows through. And this internal trust is one of the greatest forms of strength a human can have. Because when you trust yourself, you gain confidence. And when you gain confidence, you begin to act with certainty instead of doubt. Discipline also creates peace. While others are stressed about wasted time, missed opportunities, and unfinished goals, a disciplined person lives with clarity. There is no confusion about what needs to be done, because discipline removes hesitation. It replaces chaos with structure and regret with progress. Over time, discipline stops feeling like effort and starts becoming identity. You are no longer someone who tries to be consistent, you become someone who naturally is consistent. You no longer fight with yourself to do the right thing, you simply do it. And in that transformation, your entire life begins to shift. So discipline is not punishment. It is not a limitation. It is empowerment. It is the price you willingly pay today to live a life tomorrow that others can only dream about. And the sooner you understand this, the sooner you take control of your life instead of letting life control you. Your identity is not something that is suddenly discovered one day. It is something that is slowly constructed through repetition, choice. And in the end, everything comes down to a simple but powerful truth. Your life is being shaped quietly by what you choose to do every single day. Not by rare moments of inspiration, not by occasional bursts of effort, but by your consistent daily actions that slowly build who you are becoming. The future you dream about is not distant or unreachable. It is already under construction through your present behavior. Every disciplined choice adds strength to your direction, and every careless decision weakens it. There is no neutral ground in life. You are either moving forward or drifting backward, even when it feels like nothing is changing. If you truly understand this, you stop waiting for the perfect time and start respecting the power of now. You begin to see that small improvements repeated consistently create extraordinary transformation over time. The person you become is simply the result of what you repeatedly do when no one is watching. So take full responsibility for today. Protect it, use it wisely, and give your best to it. Because when you master your days, you ultimately master your life. And when you master your life, your future no longer becomes something you hope for, it becomes something you intentionally create.